What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Life with Bonsai. So I'll be working on some seeds germination. The method that I'll be choosing here to germinate the seeds is by using a paper towel. Wrapping those seeds on paper towel and just making sure they're pretty wet and close down on a bag or a Tupperware or some container. This should be within 5 days. So this is going to work for any citrus fruits, or sometimes I've seen this work for any other seeds, so just give it a try. So pretty much I started off by just pulling out those seeds and dropping them into water. Now this method again should be within 5 or 6 days. What you also need to make sure is that they stay on a pretty moist and hot environment. I would say around 70 degrees or so. So if it's too cold, that might not work too well. So make sure that they have good heat and also some type of light, not direct sunlight, but some type of light. I want to create a kumquat bonsai. So these seeds come from a kumquat, and now after I had that, I started peeling off the little layer that's outside. It's like a shell, so carefully I started peeling that off, making sure that you don't want to damage those seeds. So I took my time here. It did take me a while to remove this because it was about 7 or 8 seeds, but after I was done and left the seeds in water for about 2 hours, I started spreading them into a paper towel. So for these, I applied some water into the paper towel just to make sure that it was pretty wet, because remember, you want to keep this moist, because that retention and moisture, it's going to help those seeds germinate and create those roots, and that's what we want. So what I did here, I started placing them on the paper towel and also making sure that it was about 1 inch or 2 inches apart from each other. I didn't really want it to have them too crowded, because again, we're growing some roots in them, so we don't want those roots to get all tangled up. So that's what I did here. And out of all the ones that I had, there was one which was looking kind of skinny, as you can see comparison here. I'm sure that's not gonna germinate, but I'm still gonna give it a try. The fuller ones, I'm sure those are gonna work, but the skinny ones, they don't really have a chance, but I still give it a try. So now I started folding the paper towel carefully, just making sure that that moisture and water stays retained in the paper towel. And then after that, what you want to do is, spray down some water, making sure that you soak in that towel, that paper towel. So for what I've known is, depending on the humidity of the place where you have it, you might want to check those seeds and making sure that they're not drying out. Again, you want to keep the paper towel as wet as you can, so just check maybe every 2 days or so and just spray that again, just to make sure that it's got plenty of moisture and water. So after that's done, I placed it inside of the container. In my situation, I'm using a small, just regular Tupperware, and making sure that they are placed inside and just covering that up. But before I cover that, I decided to spray more water just to keep that moisture all around it. And then I just decided to close it down and just put it aside. So once that's done, within 5 to 6 days, we should start seeing some results. So let's see. Okay, so after 7 days in my situation, let's check and see what we have. So I was able to see some roots when I would open it and just to spray some water on them, but when I opened it, it was way better than what I expected. So as you can see right here, there is a lot of the ones, mostly all of them were successful. The one that was kind of skinny looking didn't really have much roots in them, if any, but the rest of them really good. So the next thing is to pot them up. So I have my pots here. In this situation I have 8 pots. So again, one of these ones is that skinny one that wasn't really convincing me too much that it was gonna work. So I placed down with little roots facing down and the seed facing up, because that's where it's gonna sprout, and those roots are just gonna come downwards and just, you know, spread out and grow. So yeah, let's go ahead and put them in. So you can see right here, just a quick example, the root is facing down and the seed is facing up. So after that, I just making sure that all of them are pretty good in there, just pushing down a little bit. Just careful, those roots are a little fragile, so we don't want to cause any damage or break anything. Just keep them there, moist. And what I did for myself, I have a little greenhouse which stays pretty humid. So again, we want to keep the same concept, making sure that they're watered. They don't want to dry, so you don't want them to stay dry, and you also want to keep them in a humid environment. Nothing too crazy, of course, just about 70 degrees Fahrenheit or so. And make sure that you water. Don't forget to water. This is what we're doing so far, and let's check back maybe within 3 days, 2 days, to start seeing results. So here it is so far. After 4 days, they are really going out there. So really excited about this. This is my first ever kumquat seeds, and this is the sweet type. I think it's Mayowa. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but this is pretty much successful. All of them made it except for the one that was skinny, which is this one here. But the rest of them have growth. I'll keep you guys updated on how they are doing and development of the bonsai. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share. Have a great day.